So, all right, now we were not live on all platforms. So I think we were just on Facebook. So welcome everybody. If you're just now joining us, I'm not sure what happened, but we are now officially live on all the platforms. So again, there are a lot of opportunities for you to volunteer and get involved in the community this weekend. And so we have been speaking with Jill. She's with ALS Association of Texas, and she's been telling us about this wonderful opportunity this weekend. There's a charity event. It's called All In for ALS. It's a poker tournament. So that may interest you. And Jill, I'm so sorry, but if you can just tell everybody what this is and what it's all about.
Absolutely. I'm more than happy to repeat it, Denise. It's very important. So as Denise said, I'm Jill Gallagher-Bruner. I'm the Vice President of Development at the ALS Association of Texas, and we work every single day to create a world without ALS. This unforgiving disease robs a person of the ability to walk, to speak, breathe, and move, and there is no cure. And sadly, people live about 2 to 5 years on average after diagnosis. And so our work at the ALS Association of Texas is providing that crucial local care, doing home visits, making sure people have the medical equipment they need to stay as independent as possible and stay safe in their home. And we always are investing in research to one day find a cure. And this event, All In for ALS, we are in our 18th year. Over the last 17 years, we've raised over $2 million through this event. We're expecting over 100 people. And this event was really the brainchild of friends of Stu Nichols. He was the inspiration. They used to sit around the kitchen table playing poker, and they said, hey, let's create a tournament and really raise some money and really make an impact, a positive impact on the lives of Texans living with ALS. His son, Andrew, will be with us tomorrow, big poker player, and the Nichols family has been very generous in supporting this event. And tomorrow we're gonna be honoring Nick Sloan. He's a veteran, he's a Texan living with ALS, just a really remarkable guy. And we'll be honoring him tomorrow as well.
Oh, that is just wonderful. So tell us how many volunteers you guys are looking for and what they can expect when they get there.
Sure, Denise, thank you. Yes, we would welcome another 10 to 20 volunteers. Our COVID protocols, we are asking everybody to be vaccinated or have had a negative COVID test within 24 hours prior to the event. Also keeping this in mind for our players, we moved from 10 players a table down to 6 to really help space people out as well. And if people want to sign up, they can go to Volunteer Houston and find us there. And they can also sign up on our website at alstexas.org. That's alstexas.org/volunteer. We start at 9 a.m. We welcome people to come as early as 7:30 to help us set up and get going. And then we also have a second shift that starts at 12:30, and we're expected to be all done by 5 o'clock. And again, we're at the Bayou City Event Center, and that's on Knight Road in Houston.
And this sounds like so much fun. So can you tell us, what that experience is like, what it's been like in the past for you guys?
Yes, it's always a buzz. People are so excited to play. We have some very serious poker players, which means we have some really great prizes. The top winner walks away with $5,000 in gold, which was donated by the Stu Nichols family, and then $2,500 in gold as well for the second place player. And really all of our work, because this is a charity tournament, all of our work is really made possible by our generous sponsors. Damaris Barbecue is going to provide some great food and has provided amazing prizes. Mountain Commercial Graphics, as well as Our Power. And again, the Stu Nichols family has all really come forward. Our committee, our volunteers, they've been great through this whole event and really make all of our work possible.
And for volunteers who may be curious, talk about, the process and everything that goes into getting this all set up. I know you guys are a little busy and you're probably just now getting started, but if you can kind of show us around too what's behind you as well.
Sure. So imagine this room full of poker tables. We have we're just testing out our AV equipment. Room is going to be buzzing with people all fighting for that final table. When people come in, they're going to be hitting the registration table. Imagine breakfast tacos and a Bloody Mary bar as well, just to get your morning started off right tomorrow and help you head in the right direction, getting excited about playing poker. People are really excited to be back in person. Last year, it was a virtual event online, and diehard poker players across the state really enjoyed it. But it'll be even better to be in person, seeing one another again after a long time away.
Yeah, I bet. I mean, and why would you encourage folks to come on out? I mean, because like I said, it sounds like fun, but I know some people may be a little hesitant because it is in person, but why would you encourage them to go ahead and come out and help out?
Sure, and we definitely welcome masks. If people feel more comfortable wearing masks, we absolutely welcome that as well. I think I would be a better poker player wearing a mask because I don't have a very good poker face. And really, it's just coming down and supporting, supporting the work that we do. It's so critical that that our patients do get the support. I talked about loaning medical equipment, and last year we loaned over $1.4 million worth of equipment to people living with ALS across the state, and we assisted over 1,400 patients last year, and it just continues. The numbers grow. We are serving more patients than ever before. We have support groups for patients and their families, and we have veteran support groups, we have youth support groups, we have bereavement groups as well. So really the work transcends beyond the patient. It's really their whole family, their whole circle. And so every dollar we raise is really part of the wraparound services we provide for Texans living with ALS. So that's why we think people should come, have a little money, spend a little money while having a great time and supporting a great cause.
I love it, Jill. Thank you so much. We are going to check back in with you in just a moment. So stay right there. I know you guys are busy. You got to get set up. And again, people who are watching, for those of you watching, you can sign up at volunteerhou.org. And speaking of Volunteer Houston, let's go ahead and check in with them because they have some other wonderful opportunities that you can partake in. So Jill, we'll see you in a bit. All right, joining me right now is Erin Riola. So how do I get your right name up here? There we go. There's Erin. She's with Volunteer Houston. Good morning to you. Happy Friday.
Good morning. Happy Friday. I hope you're staying warm.
Yeah, I see. Well, I see you still have your coat and gloves on there. Now, I know there are some outdoor events taking place that people can come and help volunteer, especially if they enjoy the nice cold weather. So tell us what's going on tomorrow.
Okay, well, tomorrow there's a very exciting Saturday, January 22nd, Community Garden Work Day happening at the Westbury Community Garden. And the folks who volunteer there will be preparing orchard beds to plant orchard trees and maybe asked to also help with pruning the shade trees and tree bed expansion and distributing some leaf mulch. And there will also be some work in specialty pollinator gardens, such as weeding and deadheading plants and collecting and spreading seeds. And this volunteer opportunity is open to volunteers that are 16 and older, but is also family friendly. And in case of inclement weather, may be canceled, but only if there's heavy rain. And this
so you don't have any experience in gardening, right? You can be a beginner.
I imagine they would be grateful for some help. And masks will be required when in vicinity of other people for this volunteer opportunity. And vaccination is recommended, but not required. And please bring your own water and snacks and gloves and wear closed-toed shoes so you don't get hurt while working in the garden.
Yes, definitely good advice there. And you mentioned that, 16 and older is the age range there, or it can start as early as 16. Are there any other activities that the teenagers or even younger kids can participate in this weekend?
I imagine the weeding and deadheading of plants would be definitely something that would be easier to do for some of the younger kids. Maybe not the hardcore, big, heavy orchard tree planting, but weeding would be something that I think the younger volunteers would be able to do.
All right, and what else can we look forward to aside from gardening this weekend?
So there is a Shamba Ya Amani Farm Work Day happening with FAM Houston, and that is the Farm of Peace, which is working for justice by feeding the community, body and soul. And they're feeding the body by growing vegetables and fruit trees and raising bees, tending flowers that sustain the bees, and feeding their souls by building the farm together, forming a connection to each other and to the earth. And every Saturday, they have farm work days, and those are 9 a.m. to 12 p.m., 3 hours, and you'll help with whatever's needed on the farm, like weeding and mulching. So another great opportunity to get outdoors. And this opportunity is family friendly. There's no minimum age requirement. So definitely some good stuff to get your hands dirty and get some fun gardening or farming experience.
Oh yeah, that's for sure. Now, are there any ongoing volunteer opportunities? Because I know we normally, look at the weekend, but what lies ahead? Is there something where you guys just always really need volunteers to help out?
Mm-hmm. Well, I do know that there is a virtual mentorship middle school students opportunity with Citizen Schools, which you can also find on the Volunteer Houston portal. And that's like a 4 to 6 weeks. Volunteers will be working with students to complete a hands-on experiential learning project that will bring learning to life for these students. So a volunteer would be working with small groups of students to create this project and providing insight into their career by connecting project skills to what they've been learning in their career to, give these middle school students a chance to see what their own career could look like. And that's with Citizen Schools. And you'll be supporting students with presentation skills and critical thinking, collaborative problem solving, and feedback provided on their work. And yeah, that you'd be committing to attending a virtual training session and then 4 to 6 hour long classroom sessions. And those are scheduled on weekdays between 9 a.m. and 4:30 p.m.
All right, that sounds like a really great opportunity. Now, I know you also help out with like corporate volunteerism. So talk to us about that and why that's so important. Yeah, I understand there's a lot of companies that want to get their employees involved in volunteering and doing it together as a group.
Mm-hmm. So corporate volunteer group opportunities give you a chance to have team building and boost morale and give back to the community as a group. And I think that is a really valuable thing for a team to do, to not only get to know each other, work better together, and have morale boost, but to also feel like they're making an impact in their community.
Right. And so just, kind of reiterate, tell us where folks can, go take a look at some of the volunteer opportunities, because we only just go over just a few, every Friday, as many as we can. But I'm sure there are countless opportunities for people to come and take advantage of.
For sure. So if Volunteer Houston provides services for corporate volunteer projects to companies based in Houston and visiting conferences, which you can check out by going to volunteerhouston.org. And you can check out some of the opportunities to get involved there. And if you're looking for individual opportunities in the Volunteer Houston portal, you can do that at the volunteerhou.org link. And all of the volunteer opportunities are posted under needs. You have the opportunity to filter by date, location. You can type in a zip code and say within, 20 miles of 77002. You can also filter by interest and search by keyword as well. So there's a lot of ways to get a volunteer opportunity that suits your needs while helping in the community through the portal.
Yes, it's very easy. So I love how you guys, lay it out for us. Now it's the new year, so I'm sure a lot of folks have put this on their, resolution list as far as, volunteering and doing more. So have you all started to, see an increase now that we've gotten into the new year? Are there more people looking to volunteer and help out?
Yes, I would say so. I think after the holidays, people take a little rest, time to spend with their family. Start the new year kicking off with, I'm going to help out in the community. And I think that's a really, really great thing to see. I know this past weekend was MLK Day, so Day of Service. There were a lot of folks involved with that. And we love seeing the volunteerism happening in the community.
All right, Erin. Well, thank you so much for keeping us in the know. We'll check in a little later. Right now, we want to go back to Jill because we are highlighting a really cool charity event that's happening this weekend. And so we'll bring her back in now. All right. And give me 1 second here. Erin. All right, there we go. So Jill, how has it been, preparing for this event? What's that been like for you guys?
It's been great. It's been great with 17 years of success to build on. It's, one of those fantastic times where we bring the committee back in and we say, hey, what went well last year, what can we improve on, what are some great ideas, what's going to really bring some great players in. I have the chips right here. We always honor our sponsors by putting their logos right on the chips as well. So that's just another fun little benefit as well. And, knowing that the ALS Association is the only national nonprofit completely dedicated to fighting ALS, we definitely have people that come here completely to support the mission. They may or may not be the best poker players. We also have some really, really fantastic, highly skilled poker players that come as well. And it's just a benefit that they're playing for a good cause and they're contributing to that cause while having fun and, potentially maybe winning some gold and walking away with some great prizes as well. So, definitely when we all are fueled by our vision of creating a world without ALS, that's always on the forefront of our mind. And then how can we have some fun and raise money for this important work as well?
That's awesome. So do you guys have anything new this year? Are you doing anything different, compared to last year?
I would say the Bloody Mary bar is something new that everybody's excited about as well. We also do have a section of mini games. So if you lose it on your table, you can go and play mini games and have fun and win some prizes over there as well. And that's been something that's happened every year. Just the prizes are different. We have some great spa prizes, restaurant gift certificates, some really fun thing. We have some signed baseball bats, basketballs, baseballs. So some really great sports memorabilia as well. So you don't have to be a diehard poker person to come and play and have some fun as well. And the poker play, really, people can play. Everybody can be involved for the first few hours. And after lunch is when serious play really happens. And we might see a few more people heading over to the mini games table because people are, working hard and fighting to stay at the main table.
Yes, that's exactly where I would be. So, Jill, tell us for those who may just now be tuning in, what do you need the volunteers to do when they get there?
Let's see. So they can come on in. We're going to get them all set up at the registration table. People will come. They'll get their stack of chips once they arrive. And then they'll grab their food. They'll talk with their friends. And then we randomly assign people to tables, so they're not playing with their friends, which is actually a good thing. People play a little bit more seriously as well. People still can show up at the door tomorrow and get tickets at the door. And if they can't, they can definitely go online to our website and donate as well. Our website is allinforals.com. And if they go to that website, they can buy tickets. Or they can, like I said, show up at the door tomorrow and come on in, and our volunteers will have a great time. They're going to really see the positive energy in the room and people excited to play poker, or, if they lose out, they'll still be at those mini games and seeing their friends as well.
That's awesome. And so how many folks are you looking for to help out, and how old do they need to be? What's the requirement?
They do need to be 18 21 to volunteer. They need to be 21. Thank you for the great question. They need to be 21 to volunteer. And again, reiterating our COVID protocols, we are requiring people to either be vaccinated or have a negative COVID test 24 hours prior to the event.
All right. And guys, let us know if you have any questions in the comments section for us, because I'm sure, some folks this may be their first poker tournament. So for a beginner like myself, if I were coming out there, what are some things that I should keep in mind?
Keep in mind that, it's a good time no matter whether you're a seasoned player or not. And, as I said, after lunch is when the play gets real serious. So before then, we have some diehard poker players, but a lot of people are really here to support the mission as well, knowing that every dollar they spend is going to a good cause. It's going to support us advocating for people living with ALS across Texas. It's going to research that is across the country for people living with ALS and other neurodegenerative disorders and diseases, and as well as all of our local care for our patients across this great state.
All right. Well, before we go, can you just reiterate again when and where everything is taking place?
Yes, so we are here right at the Buffalo City Event Center on Knight Road in Houston. We'll be here tomorrow for our kicking off our 18th annual All In for Charity ALS Charity Poker Tournament. Registration begins at 9. We welcome volunteers to come at 7:30. We'll also have a second shift at 12:30 as well. We've raised over $2 million in the past 17 years, and the number is just going to grow tomorrow.
I sure hope so. And I hope everything goes well and that you guys have a blast. Thank you so much, Jill. We appreciate you for speaking with us.
Yes, thank you so much. This is a great opportunity. We appreciate it.
Absolutely. All right. And Aaron, let's bring you in one more time before we go. If you want to just remind folks real quick of the other ones that are taking place, the other volunteer opportunities before we go. Oh, wait, hold on, because you're on mute. We can't hear you.
Apologies.
There we go. All right, so there's some outdoor opportunities that we want to just touch on real quick before we go.
So there's the Community Garden Workday this Saturday at Westbury Community Garden. And there's also the Shambaya Amani Farm Workday at FAM Houston. And that is this Saturday as well. And that's 9 to 12. And you can find these opportunities in the Volunteer Houston portal at volunteerhou.org.
All right. Well, thank you, Aaron. We appreciate it. I hope you guys are able to get out and have a great weekend and enjoy time with family. And maybe you guys can make it a family day and go out and volunteer and have a good time. So don't forget to join us every Friday at 11 a.m. We will be here. There we go. Sorry, Aaron.
It's okay. Thank you, Denise.
Yeah, thank you. Bye-bye. Yeah, so we'll be here every Friday at 11 a.m. If you're looking for some cool volunteer opportunities, just join us. So we hope to see you next Friday. Hope you have a great day. Bye-bye.